Hey there, buddy. Let me get the light for you. How's it going, everybody? Uh, I want to start off by saying I appreciate all of you who've been subscribing over the past couple of days. It means a lot. I appreciate it. Now, this ASMR video is a little different from the ones I normally do. Um, I'm more so it's gonna be tapping. I'm using the voice I have right now. It's lower, but anyway, this video is mainly going to be showing you some of my more prized possessions, I guess, when it comes to video games. And they'll be tapping, scratching, But we're gonna start off with we're gonna be talking about Persona. So this right here is the collector's edition for Persona Q: Shadow of the Labyrinth. This was my very first Persona game I ever played, and I actually got this by complete accident. See, I originally wasn't gonna get this. I didn't even know Persona was a thing. But this made me fall in love with the Persona series, which I know it's vastly different from normal Persona games, because I believe this is more of the Etrian Odyssey style for the play style. But yeah, I got this by complete accident. I went to GameStop one day and I was looking for a video game, and I happened to see this, and I saw. Let me open this up for y'all. I happened to see, this, Persona Q. That might have been a little loud. I'm sorry, but I had read the back and I thought this was like, oh, what is this? This is kind of cool. But it's an RPG, and I like RPGs, and I was like, oh, I want this. Never heard of Persona, don't know what's going on. I was like, Persona 3 and 4, what is, I don't know what's going on. But I went to purchase it, and the guy at the counter went to open the drawer, but then he had closed it really quick because he had opened the wrong drawer. I think he was probably hiding something. I had saw this, and I was like, hey, what was that in that drawer? And he goes, what are you talking about? He had opened another drawer and he was pulling this out, the case. And I was like, hang on. I saw something that said Persona Q in that other drawer. And the guy was like, what are you talking about? It's like, I want to see. So the guy looks at me and he opens the drawer and this was in there. I said, I want to buy that instead. And the look on the dude's face, he was not happy with me. So I assume he was gonna get this. This was the only one they had, the special edition. And I assume he was gonna buy it. So he was probably hiding it in that drawer. And I guess I don't know what happened, but I bought it, and the dude was not happy. It was funny in my opinion. But yeah, this though, the special edition, Shadow Lab Persona Q for 3DS. It's the Wild Cards Premium Edition. It comes with the case, with the standard game. I don't want to open that again because it was kind of loud. But it comes with, which this is still sealed. I don't like opening my stuff, which is kind of, well, the point of it is to open it and use it, but a 3DS XL case. Here it is right there, Persona Q, Shadow of the Labyrinth. And on the back, it has the cast. It's got everybody from Persona 3 and Persona 4. And it's got, Ren and, I actually can't remember her name, but I know Ren. And her. I don't remember her name. His name is not Ren. My bad. That is Zen. I'm thinking of Persona 5 now with Ren. But, as the cast, you see, you got the main guys, you got Makoto there, you got Chad Narukami right there. But, and then on the back of the box too, you do have Narukami and Makoto. And yeah, I'm calling him Narukami, which is the last name. And I know his name is Yu, but I'm more used to calling him Narukami. which I guess is a weird thing, but also we have, this video is already 5 minutes long, geez. I might have to do like a part 2 or something. My phone only records like 30 minutes. But the art book is an art book for Persona Q. So, oh, I can't even remember the last time I opened it, but, there's a lot of cool stuff on there, illustrations. You got Aegis, you got Ken, Koromaru. I'm blanking out on people's names, but which is weird how I'd be blanking out on some of their names, because some of these are my favorite characters. But you open it up, you can look through Ray. Her name is Ray. My bad. But now specifically, my favorite character when it comes to Persona 4, my bad. Persona 4, my favorite character is Naoto. I love Naoto. She is my absolute favorite character. The Detective Prince. And of course, everybody loves Teddy. Wow. I'm just fumbling all over my words. But everybody loves Teddy. He is a very interesting bear. Yes, I did just say that. If anybody's watching, you may not know about Persona. There's a lot of bear puns that he makes. I actually, I have not played Persona 3 or Persona 4. But I do have a sealed copy of Persona 3 FES. I believe it's FES for the PS2, and it was a collector's edition that came with an actual book. We'll put that down. And this also came with some tarot cards, but I believe it only came with a half a set of tarot cards, because I believe the special edition for Q2 came with the other half. Unfortunately, I don't have Q2. I would love it. And the last thing is the CD. Still sealed. I'm not opening this. I refuse to open this. Maybe one day I'll open it, but these I'm not opening either. But like I said, maybe one day I'll open it. But that's Persona Q. I actually have not beat the game yet either. I believe I have one dungeon left, but I had just stopped playing it. But this was a gateway to my love of Persona. I used to have Persona 1, Persona Revelations, and Persona 2 for the PlayStation 1. But I sold them, which I'm not going to go into why I sold them, but we'll just say, you don't need to help people who don't want to help themselves. So I have not been able, unfortunately, to get another copy of Persona 2, but I do have 2 copies of Persona 1. But anyway, the next thing we have, I pre-ordered every single one of these. One of my absolute favorite games of all time. This thing has gotten old. Persona 5, the original Persona 5. And you'll see on the front, it talks about how you get a steel book, you get the art book, the CD, the backpack, which I have used, the backpack I have set aside, the game, the box, and then a little stuffed animal for Mona. But then you have the cast of Persona 5. You got Best Boy Ryuji. You have arguably one of my actual favorite girls. I need the light's probably shining. I love Haru. They didn't give her much in the original 5 to do, but in Royal, they still didn't make up for it in my opinion. But you get her so late. You got Goro Akechi. You have Makoto Nijima. You have An Takamaki. You have, like every other Persona game since 3, the animal. So you got Mona, Morgana. Here's Joker, of course. And Futaba was my original favorite out of all the girls. I love Futaba a lot, which I think a lot of gamers do love Futaba, which, What's that say about us? But then you have Arsene. I adore this game. It's really difficult going from Persona 5 Royal back to the original Persona 5, but you know, it's still, this is like one of my most treasured things. I love Persona 5. But on the back it says, we're here to take your heart. A group of high school students are out to reform Tokyo society, troubled by the deception and hypocrisy all around them. These phantom thieves will steal into the hearts of people and confront the problem from the inside out. So let's go ahead and crack open this. And then you have the box, which is actually a little pushed in. I need to hopefully fix that. But you have the first four and their personas. You got Mona and Zora, Ren with, I call him Ren. So I used to call him Akira, but that was way back when the game first came out. I named him Akira. But since then, I've gotten so used to calling him Ren, or as Ryuji says, Ren Ren. Then you have Ryuji and Captain Kid. You have Anta Kamaki with, I actually forgot her persona's name. It's not Catherine. I can't believe I forgot. I'm forgetting. It's been so long since I've played. But then you have, on the back, the other four. You got Futaba with the weird UFO thing. You have Johanna with Makoto. You have Goemon with Yosuke. And then for my best girl Haru, you have my lady. Now we're gonna open this up. And then we have the little Morgana figure. The Steelbook, which unfortunately has a dent in it. My Steelbook for the original has a dent, and I am upset about that. And then you have, let me see if I can get this up, the art book. But, that was probably really super loud. I apologize. One thing that you might notice, though, on the Steelbook, if you notice on the back of the box, there was one person who was missing. One person, and that was Goro Akechi. But in the Steelbook, you have Akechi here. And let's open the Steelbook up so y'all can get a good look at that. And there's so many memories with this. You have the disc. I'm afraid to tap on it because I don't want to scratch it up. I don't think I have a single scratch on this Steelbook, but I do have that dent, and that was because I was lifting weights, and when I was moving the bar had, I think, slipped out of my hand and actually hit the, right there you can see, you might be able to see that, I'm not too sure, but there's a little dent right there. It's upsetting to say the least, but that was Persona 5, the original one. Now we're going to get into Royal. Here is the special edition Persona 5 Royal with, well, it could be a spoiler. Well, I'm just going to say spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't played Royal, but here is, Kasumi or Sumire. But, this one is the Phantom Thieves edition. I don't like that sound. Open it up. And then, in my opinion, this book it's not as good as the original one, but I like it. It has, of course, everybody on it, everybody that I said before, except this one has Kasumi on it, and this box actually has Akechi because, spoiler alert again, there was more to do with Akechi. Originally, stuff ends up happening, and Akechi, you lose him. But, so we start off, you have this very beautiful kit, Steelbook with, as a train, I apologize. I really hope this doesn't screw anything up for anybody trying to sleep. Because it is very annoying in my opinion when the trains just don't know how to fucking stop. It pisses me off, and I'm sorry. But you have Ren holding his mask. That might literally ruin the video, I'm not sure. I hope it doesn't. Ooh, let's not drop that. But, yeah, they are extremely obnoxious with their horn. Like, if you go to, like, different towns, like, outside of this town, sometimes there'll be trains, they blow their horn once, and that's it. The trains in this town, for some reason, just think they have to keep blowing the horn over and over and over again. And it's like, dude, we get it, your dick is small, shut the fuck up. But, here's the, the steelbook. On the back, you got Ren and Kasumi. On the back of this one, you have, everybody again. Except Joker, but that's because, I hope this ain't too loud. The whole portrait. Now, this one specifically, I actually had bought twice. Because I have the original Royal for, there's a download code here. What's this for? Huh. I actually didn't use, I don't think I used the download code. It was good till 2022, that's funny. But, I had bought 2 copies of Royal. I know, I'm part of the problem, it's like, oh, quit buying the same game. But, besides that, you have, of course, the soundtrack with apparently 10 songs. And the songs, let's see that. The only really good song on here, I'll show you all the songs. The only really good song on here, in my opinion, for the track list would probably be just the first one, Colors Flying High. Like, you have, Royal Days, Takeover, Kichijoji, 1990X, Mementos Upper Area, Prison Labor, Gentle Madman, I Believe, Throw Away Your Mask and Your Light. Colors Flying High, though, is the objectively better one, in my opinion. But this does come with a few more things. We're going to open it up. Of course, you have, as per usual, let me actual book out. You have, I have a lot of the paper. You have the art book, which has Kasumi's persona. I think it's Cinderella. I'm not sure if that's her other persona, but in it, you have the different characters. You have Mona, and as believe, it shows everybody's, there's a new thing with tier 3 personas. So this art book is showing everybody's tier 3 personas, except Joker's. I don't think they put Raoul in here, which Raoul, I understand, is a DLC persona, but, I mean, if you're gonna remake a game, in my opinion, and add so much more to it, just throw the last little persona in it instead of making a DLC. That just sounds, I mean, the game, you could call it a cash grab. I really like it, but, you got everybody with their 3rd tier personas. I think the only 3rd tier I don't care for is, let me see, is Makoto's. Because here's Makoto's 3rd tier, and it's just, I don't know. It's a car. It's like, really, a persona that's a car? I really like Violet's 2nd tier persona, because, like, it, she looks up to Joker. So it does have the Arsene palette for the colors. But, after that, the last thing we have, I'm actually a little excited for that. The last thing we have. Come on, box, open up. Is come on, don't drop anything. Please don't drop anything. The last thing we have is a little stand in there, but it's for Joker's mask. So you get Joker's mask with this. Hopefully this won't be too loud, but yeah, you get Joker's mask. that's something that's really cool in my opinion. I think, because I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, I guess there's not really any practical use for Joker's mask besides cosplay, because it's like, hey, you have the actual, mask made by Atlas. But I mean, if people still do masquerade balls, there you go. You have a mask. I I'd wear it. I'd go to a masquerade ball with it on. I I definitely would. It's cool. I like it. I, but I am biased on it because I just love the game. Be too loud. There we go. Let's put everything. And it comes with a stand and some straps so you can actually wear the mask. We got about 9 minutes left in this video, so well, hopefully I can get through the last thing, because there was another Persona 5 Royal. It was re-released for the PlayStation 5. See, these are the PS4 versions, but for the PS5 they re-released the game again because there's suckers like me who will buy it again. I apologize, but fuck you. I'm not restarting the video. Go fuck yourself, PlayStation. That was my PlayStation being a dick. Because it's like, oh, you're 22 minutes in the video, let's ruin it. But, the last thing we have here, the Persona 5 Royal. For PS5, you get a chest. You get a chest. And they could have done better. Like, I feel like if it was made of like actual wood, this would be like, oh, this is amazing. But I believe this chest is specifically one of the ones from Komoshida's palace, possibly, which is the first palace you end up going in. So we're gonna open it up, and one of the things you get, let's not mess it up, is Akechi's bag. You get Akechi's bag, which is cool. I honestly hope some of you are getting some ASMR out of this. I'm not too sure if you are, but I hope you are. But there's that. There is, of course, I think this might be postcards. I'm not too sure. But then there's the art book again. I believe it's a really small art book this time too, I think. Is that the art book? I haven't opened this yet. I'm not too sure what this is. Oh, it's just like a little okay. I guess for the postcard things or whatever they are. Oh, they didn't give an art book this time. That's kind of bullshit in my opinion. But now we have the steel book once again. Some roll. Okay, we're gonna open that up. And here's the steel book. This one, it's not as good in my opinion as I wish the camera would focus on that, but it's not. The steel book's not as good as the first two in my opinion. it's boring. It's just like, hey, here's everybody from, you know, the original cover of the game, you know, go wild. It's like, no, no. One thing I do like, which I did open, because I might do an ASMR video on this eventually, is the tarot cards. This is the only thing I actually opened. We're gonna go ahead and metallic. But you have the tarot cards from Persona 5. All the tarot cards. And I'm thinking about doing an ASMR video with the tarot cards. If any of you are interested, you know, I'll do an ASMR video using these tarot. I don't know how to read tarot, you know, tarot and everything else. I don't know what any of it means. I've never done tarot cards. Never really been interested in it. I really like that one. The black one's really cool. That's for Kasumi, the Fate Persona, or the Fate Arcana. And then you have the Counselor, which I don't even think these are, some of these are real Arcana. I believe this one's the full, oh, I don't know where my Persona, I have a Persona 3 necklace. I think this one's the full, but I'm not too sure. But, yeah, you have just, you know, the tarot cards from Persona 5. That's every tarot that's in, it's every tarot card, every Arcana that is in the game. Your Chariot, Justice, Hermit. But, if anybody is interested, I will do an ASMR video. Like I said, I'll do an ASMR video with these tarot cards. Yeah, but, I'm probably gonna make shit up on the fly, or I can actually look up how to, you know, what the cards mean. But just let me know in the comments if anybody's still watching this, if anybody's still awake. That is, if you're interested in that. Yeah, this was more of a soft-spoken video. There was a bit of tapping. Probably wasn't as good of an ASMR video just because I was more like a show and tell thing, but that's basically it. But if any of you do watch this, I appreciate it. I guess it's more like a show and tell thing, but I don't have Persona 1 here with me at the moment. I would show y'all that, or my Persona 3. That's somewhere else. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later.